Welcome into my bathroom. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Neti Pot. So the Neti Pot has obviously looks very ancient. It's been around for a very long time, I think 1,000 or so years, and it's an Ayurvedic practice where you actually put warm water and salt in here to flush through your nostrils. So I'm gonna actually demonstrate for you today what it's like, because I know people can be kind of weirded out by it, and I just wanna show you how simple it is, and it's really, really effective. So the reason you would use the Neti Pot is if you had any early symptoms of cold or flu, a sore throat, even some respiratory stuff as well. You can use this because obviously this entire system is connected, and any pathogens that are coming into the lungs start in the nose, also in the mouth. So this is a great opportunity as well to gargle with salt water, as you would be also flushing out the nasal passages with the salt water as well, because that's where the pathogens would come in. And something about the Neti Pot is, again, it's a really simple design. It's basically just putting water up and right at the top of your nose, right up here. Eventually the two separate pathways connect into one. So it's not going all the way back, right? It's just going right here. And then what it'll do is it'll actually turn the corner and come back down through the other nose, so the other nostril. So it's flushing out whatever's in here and coming back out, and then you would want to do it the other way. So that's really how to do it. And again, it's kind of a weird sensation at first, but it feels so good after. And I kind of always relate it to, like, if you're a surfer or you spend a lot of time in the ocean, like diving under waves, and you kind of get salt water up your nose. I mean, that can be like really intense and your eyes are almost watering. It's not that bad, but afterwards you have this like, oh God, that feels good. Just like that really kind of tingly, refreshed, like, oh, eyes bright and just like ready to go kind of feeling. And also, if you do have any like sinus pressure, that's kind of like in the head, in the temples, in the ears, even clogged ears and stuff as well, ear infections. This is something really good to do too, because all of these systems are connected and are all related to each other. And so it's really good to use this practice to even address something like the ears. You can even feel it in the ears. So if you kind of have that like ears are clogged and you're popping them, you can do this and you'll actually feel it kind of start to open, and you can unclog your ears that way. You'll just notice how everything is so connected just by doing something like this. The other thing it's so good at, which is what we're talking about this week, is allergies. So again, obviously seasonal allergies tend to be with the pollen and all of that outside and dust and things like that, so you can rinse through. So Neti Pots are good for preventative, and they're also good for in the moment treatment. So if you have the sickness, you can treat it with this, or if you feel it coming on, you can treat it with this. I wouldn't do it every single day because your body has its own ability to make sure between the mucus and the boogers and the earwax and all of that, those things are there for a reason, because they are grabbing things that don't belong in the body and letting them get out of your body. But if you do feel like something's coming on, this is something to do. And I would do it morning and night. So what you do is you take some really nice sea salt. I like using sea salt. This is a gray French sea salt. I've had it for years, just this little bag. And I'll use it whenever I'm using the Neti Pot. The reason sea salt is so nice is because it dissolves easily in just like water or warm water, right? So we're just doing warm water from the tap. You don't want it to be too hot, because literally it will burn. And if it feels like it's burning, it might be a little hot. So just add a little bit more cold water in it and do it. So it probably comes out to like a half a teaspoon. I just do like 7 pinches of it in here. So I think that's about, like, it comes to like a half a teaspoon. But basically you want it to feel or taste like if you were to put some water in here and take a sip, it should taste like really salty, like seawater, right? A saline solution is like from the sea, right? You want it to taste like ocean water. Then you'll know it's enough. So I have my salt in here, and the tap, so it's a little cold. Okay, it's getting warmer, so I just want it to be nice and warm. Okay. There we go. So that's it. And then I actually usually just put my finger on the thing and just circle it around just so like it can dissolve together. You want all of that to dissolve, and then now's the moment. You just go to your sink, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the little thing up to your nose, and you're just gonna tip to the side. You're not leaning back. If anything, you're actually leaning forward, and you're just going to the side, because again, the water's gonna fill one side, and then eventually it's gonna go around that, kind of make that U-turn up here at the top of your nose and come out the other side. So I'll show you. So I'm just tipping my head. I can feel it. You feel a little bit of pressure build up, right? And then it's dripping now out the other side, right? So that was it. So you let it flush through for like, you know, 10-20 seconds if you can, and then you do the other side. And if both sides are really clear, you just want to do half in one side and then half in the other side. Sorry, I should have gotten a towel for this. Anyway, so you do that. And so you want both nostrils to go clear. If something is clogged, even just pouring the water in it, even if it's not flowing through, like if your nose is really stuffy and clogged, that's okay. It's still gonna be really effective because it's gonna help work out that clog and work out the infection and everything that might be going on in there. So that's what the salt is gonna be doing. So sometimes I'll just do a little bit in one side, a little bit in one side, and do it like 4 times or something like that until I'm done. And then sometimes too, at the very beginning, I'll just take a swig of it to see what the temperature and make sure I have enough salt, and then I'll gargle with it too. So this is how I'm getting the full saline salt healing going on. So yeah, so like that's really it. It's so simple. If you do have a clogged or stuffy or runny nose, blow your nose before, then do this. And keep a towel or tissues nearby so you can blow your nose. But that's about it, and honestly you'll feel so refreshed after. It'll just really wake you up, make you feel bright, and this is a really good way to help with allergies, cold, flu, even respiratory, sore throat, all of this stuff. So there you go.